First of all, welcome to Korea, Mr. Jurkowski. And is this your first visit to Korea?
No, it is not my first visit, but I was here only once in 1998. It was a conference devoted to a new design of reactors, of nuclear reactors.
And this is the second time. And have you seen many changes since?
Oh yes, I can see that the impression is that the Seoul now is not the Seoul 12 years ago. It developed very much. There is more cars, more traffic, and there are new investments. And I landed in the new airport. Before I landed in the airport located closer to the city, so I can see the change, the big change.
So you have been to many different places in Korea while you're visiting here, and you also have met many people here. So what are the most impressive places that you have ever visited here, and also what are the topics of conversation with the people?
Well, in fact, I have been here only for 2 days, so there are not too many opportunities to travel a lot. Indeed, we were traveling to Daejeon. I'm not sure if I pronounce well the name of the city. The two important institutes are located there that I visited yesterday. This is Kin's Institute, Korean Institute for Nuclear Safety, and also Korean Atomic Energy Institute. Both of these institutes are within of my area of interest because I am a nuclear engineer and in Poland I am responsible for the verification of safety of activities involving radiation, ionizing radiation. So that visit was important also from this point of view that Poland is preparing itself to a nuclear program. And Korea is one of the leading countries in nuclear power development. So the contacts and relationships with Korean institutions, similar to those that are organized now in Poland, are of great importance for our country.
So we are wondering how's the status of Polish atomic energy usage, and how would you expect the future of that industry in Poland?
History of using of atomic energy is quite long in Poland because the first research reactor was put to operation in the late 50s of the last century. This was the first reactor, EVA, the mostly used to the production of the radioisotopes. And the second reactor, bigger one, was built in late 60s. And now it is in operation. It is quite a big research reactor, 30 megawatts thermal power. And we also started our first nuclear program in the beginning of 80s of the last century. Unfortunately, this program collapsed after the Chernobyl accident, and due to political changes that have taken place in Europe in the late 80s. So due to political decisions and due to some anxiety of the people and some emotional reactions to the Chernobyl accident, this program collapsed, and since that time we never attempted up to now to introduce nuclear power in our country. Now the situation is different, and there is a chance that the nuclear power will develop in Poland as in another European countries and in the world. Now we can observe the renaissance of nuclear power in the world. So I think that Poland will not stay behind this general tendency.
In Korea, we get more than half of the source of electricity from nuclear power. So how is it in Poland?
Poland is generally quite unusual. Comparing the energy mix in Europe, we have unusual energy mix. The majority of power is produced from coal, from hard coal and lignite. And this has to be changed due to restrictions of generation of CO2 and due to greenhouse effect. So we have to change our energy mix. So we are developing, we are start to using wind energy, and also we are preparing ourselves to develop nuclear power, which is zero generating with respect to in terms of CO2.
So Korea and Poland is hardly working together. More closer each other, and in terms of the atomic energy part, what would be the advantages of that one country can expect from each other?
Well, I can see what we can expect from Korea. Korea is, of course, the much more developed country than Poland in all the radiation techniques, not only in nuclear power. But the most important thing is that Korea is in the club of the countries leading in offering the newest, the most developed technology of the nuclear power reactors, large nuclear power reactors. Poland will be building its first nuclear power plant based on the new reactors of third generation of 3+ generation. This is our criterion in choosing the potential supplier of technology, of reactor technology, and Korean industry is among those leading suppliers. So that's why we are interested in developing our relationships in reactor technology with Korea.
Still, there are many debates. Many debates are going on about the use of, in terms of when you're regarding the environmental issue. How would you expect the future of atomic energy?
I think that atomic energy is a safe technology. Besides of the incidents that had taken place in the 80s, that involves the technology that was and is not used in any other reactors on which the present nuclear technology development is based in the world, because mostly are used the reactors that are cooled and generated with water. And the Chernobyl accident was in the reactor, in the graphite reactor. So it is totally different technology that is not used in the electricity production, never in any other place in the world. So there are only 3 sites at the moment in which those reactors are still in operation. All these sites are in Russian Federation at present. So even those reactors that were operated were within the Russian territory, those reactors were closed. The example are the Lithuanian reactors in Ignalina. Both of them were closed, one in 2004, and the second one last year, because they were considered by the European that they are not prospective and not safe in terms of technology that is used. So the majority of the power reactors used in the world are cooled by water and moderated by water. There are some reactors of heavy water. In this kind of types of reactors, no any serious accident took place that pose a real threat to the environment and to the people living in vicinity of the plant. The greatest accident in 3 Mile Island reactor in the US, it was very serious accidents in terms of technical aspects, because the fuel was melted in this reactor, so it was a really very, very big accident. But the impact on the environment and people living in vicinity was practically none. Nothing happened to those people. So they were not exceeded any radiation limits. So it means that this technology, at least due to experience we have for now more than 40 years or more than more than 50 years, half a century of operating these types of reactors, are positive. So this kind of reactors are operated in the safe manner, and also their level of safety are constantly raised upper and upper due to general rule that is applied to this technology, that the safety is the first, and also the safety must be constantly improved. So in parallel with the progress in technology, there is also a progress in safety observed in power reactors. So I think that generally speaking, it is safe technology, provided that it is implemented in the safe way and observing the rules that must be observed. So they must be designed carefully. The design must be checked by the independent bodies in every country implementing nuclear power. That they must be independent state institution responsible for verification of safety and providing that the plant will be constructed according to the design, which was checked and it was proven to be safe. So when those conditions are fulfilled, it is a good chance that the plant will be safe, and also it must be operated in the safe manner. So if those rules are observed, I think that one must say the technology is safe enough, at a little comparable with another technologies that are used to produce electricity.
So it might be an odd question for you because I'm going to ask about the Korea Foundation activity, and please please, if you have any advice for us, please tell us.
Well, I may tell you only on my general impression because it was first time I heard about Korea Foundation that I was announced by the president of the Atomic Energy Agency, who was originally invited by the foundation to visit Korea, that he is not able to visit, and he asked me to fly here and pay this visit on the Korea Foundation invitation. So my general impression is very positive. I could meet the people who are leaders in the area of my interest and discuss important problems with them. And in general, they were very open. And but I think that my general observation that probably Korean people are very open and very friendly, and also the visit was organized in a very professional way, and generally I have very positive impression.